Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rising Star. My name is Ruth. Thank you for joining me. All right, today we have the empty room, number 42. And if you follow me on Instagram, a lot of these cards are on there. Not all of them, but quite a few. Maybe at the end of this deck, I'll go through and make sure they're all on there. I started posting them like halfway through. All right. The empty room haunts us all. It is the universal and all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. We too we too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. Ironically, the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. This card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose before attaching to what we should do next to save our outward appearance. Be with the nothingness, be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. If you can settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. All right, so it feels like void energy. The nothingness is where all of the potential lies. But also, it feels like this is for someone who has been making choices based on what other people want or what other people think they should do, but not making choices based on where their intuition is leading them, what their heart is telling them what they want. Uh, I'm seeing that Charmin toilet paper commercial. It's Charmin, right? Yeah, Charmin Ultra with the bears. Less is more. That's what I'm hearing is less is more, but I'm seeing the commercial too. So less is more. Um, Also, some of you may be purging right now, spring cleaning, getting rid of objects that don't align with you, that don't belong with you. What is the empty room about, spirit? But it kind of feels like there's been some sort of loss here that you're learning from. How about an 11 card spread? The Hermit, learning is taking place. The Fool, which puts you on a new path. The Tower, this feels like an epiphany. And interesting because the Fool has very few belongings, You might have to sell some things in order to move in a new direction. Like maybe you have to sell your house to go somewhere where you feel like you need to be or something like that. There definitely could be some sort of a journey here, like a physical journey. The Page of Cups. You know, what the Page of Cups has, he only has one cup and there's a fish in it, but it's of value to him. It makes his heart happy, their heart, whatever. The pages are actually supposed to be androgynous. Anyhow, I digress. What the Page of Cups holds is very important to the page. This is of value to the page. Doesn't matter what others think about his fish. Look at how he looks at his fish. Like, it's almost like this proudness, that I have a fish. Like, that's his face. So I feel like you're valuing something that maybe others aren't understanding a direction you're taking. Page of Wands. So there is like an inspired action here, like driven by passion is what I'm getting from the Page of Cups and the Page of Wands. Adventurous feeling, especially with the Fool, there's an adventurous feeling here of like taking a risk in a direction that calls you though. It's not like, you're making this decision based on anyone else. This decision came from within. You are the hermit. You have thought about this. This is something you want to do. The Lovers, choosing a new path. This path feels divinely guided for you. You're learning a lot right now in your empty room. Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, I got a yawn. Queen of Pentacles. Yes, this is you assessing the value of things, okay? The things that you have, the things that you have had, the things you have wanted at one point in your life or that you want now. What is each thing worth to you? What is following passion worth to you? What is following your heart worth to you? What is just working a dead end job to make a paycheck worth to you? You know, it's like that kind of energy here. It's like an impulsive, risky action, but yet also grounded in a way. It's not totally impulsive, is what I'm getting to. Like there is a grounded thinking behind a decision that's being made here. Maybe you've sat in this empty room for quite a while and now you're choosing to follow the path. The path has been calling. Something may have happened that removed something from your life, an obstacle that sat in your way, in order for you to follow this path. The World. I wouldn't be surprised to see the Hierophant come out. Ooh, the Five of Swords. It's the thoughts of others, the ideas of others, what other people have to say. That's what's been blocking you. It's what other people think. I just heard agree to disagree. All right, the Wheel of Fortune, the Two of Wands. There is like travel here, I feel like. I got the whole world in my hands, I just heard. Okay. All right, so there seems to be a very optimistic energy. Choosing a new path here. You're definitely choosing a new direction. What is this new direction, Spirit? Queen of Cups. It's being guided by your intuition and your heart. Knight of Pentacles. This is definitely something you've thought about. Like, there is some strategy and some planning here, but it's also very different. It's probably not as ridiculous as you're thinking it is to follow this path. Like, you might be thinking that you're throwing caution to the wind, but actually you put quite a bit of thought into this. Um, this has been like a long time coming, I feel like. Seven of Cups. That's your value system changing. What is each of these seven cups worth to me? Nine of Cups, following your heart. Page of Pentacles. There's a very feminine energy here, even though you're taking action on something. Um, I feel like this empty room space that you've been sitting in, that's you sitting in feminine energy and allowing things to come to you. And sometimes allowing things to come to you doesn't mean just allowing things to actually come to you. It means allowing the ideas and the creativity and the inspiration to come to you. And then it's the masculine side that takes action here. It does feel like there's an alignment here between the feminine and the masculine at this time. Show me this Queen of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Queen of Swords, and I see the Star, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, all the queens. Um, this is interesting with the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Star, because this is like one aspect of yourself. It's like your mind. It's asking another aspect of yourself, is that good enough for you? Is that what you want? What? Is that really what you want? Is that the pinnacle? That's the one that you chose? Okay. That's like you talking to yourself. This is what we've been doing all this time. But then with the star here, it's kind of like the Queen of Swords is saying to the Queen of Pentacles, or you could just be yourself. Why don't you just be real? Why don't you just be yourself? Why don't you choose what you want? What do you want? Well, what she wants is in this cup over here. It's to follow her heart. There's a very creative energy here. Show me the world. The Ace of Wands. Kind of feel like you've created a tower in your life. I'm gonna look at that in a minute. Right. Ace of Wands, Six of Pentacles, bringing things back into balance. Um, whatever this action is that you're taking, the energy that you're going to put into something here, you will receive back. And that is the alignment of divine feminine and divine masculine energy. You give the masculine energy, you receive with the feminine. And when it's equal, that's alignment. All right, the tower. Show me the tower. Four of Swords. Two of Cups. King of Cups. Show me that. The Hierophant. The Five of Cups. Okay. I don't know. I don't know where the yawns are coming from. I'm sorry. Maybe you're really tired. Also, I was getting with the Four of Swords that this may have come to you in a dream or during sleep. Anyhow, for some of you, there is a partnership here offering itself to you, and you're saying no. You might actually not be saying anything at all. You might just be completely ignoring it and just, just like leaving it alone. Like, I'm not even going to touch that. But for others of you, this is you realizing how much more you get out of following your heart and doing things that feed your soul than you ever did following this societal belief of something, right? Like, I did what they told me to do, and that's how it made me feel. That's what I'm getting out of that. Some of you could even be having a crisis of faith right now. Seven of Wands. Yeah, like I'm gonna do what I want now because I already did what everybody else wanted me to do, and that didn't make me happy. But there is this thing over here that makes me happy. So I'm gonna do that because that gives back to me. When I put energy in a thing that makes me happy, that gives back to me like nothing else has before. The Magician on the bottom of the deck. The Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords. Yeah. So I do feel like people around you throughout this decision making process or whatever it is you're going through, the people around you are not going to understand that. And you just need to know that right now that you don't have to explain everything that you do to other people. You don't have to make other people feel good about the decisions that you make for your life as long as you're not hurting anybody. It's what you do need to do is show them how happy you are. Let people see how happy following your heart makes you because that's what you're here to do is follow your heart and then show other people like, hey, following your heart is better than following whatever the heck it is they told you to do. All right, let me know what you think and you guys have a good